So one of the things I enjoy making, or one of the kinds of videos I enjoy making for Instagram, are short form videos where I do free flow movements or rituals or carenzas, whatever you call them. And what I like to do is to spice these videos up by editing them in different ways. And one of the things I've recently been doing is making weapons appear, disappear, and change mid-performance. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys wanted to learn how to do this, and this is that video. Okay, so first I'm going to show you guys the final product. Then afterwards, I'm going to show you guys how it looks like before it was edited and edit it as I go along. Okay, so now let's take a look at what that actually looked like before it was edited. So you'll notice right off the bat that the camera is actually stable, it's not moving. If you'll notice in the final product, the camera is kind of moving. I did that digitally just to enhance this effect, but the first thing you need to know is that the camera has to be stable to get this right. Next, you yourself need to stay in this exact same position during the transition. So the first transition is I'm going to clap my hands and the hoodie will appear. And that is done by having someone assist you, in this case my girlfriend Tanel. She's going to come in and help me get dressed with the hoodie. So I'm keeping my head down. I'm trying to maintain the exact same position as much as possible. All super important to get this to be as believable as possible. So I'll just forward that a bit. And then when I'm already ready, I'm going to repeat the exact same movement that I did. This will make it easier for me to get the timing correctly when I make the transition. So from here, I'm going to do a clap. Okay. So now how do I connect the two? Basically, you're just going to erase everything in between. So let's start first by going for the first clap, and I can easily find that by looking for the sound mark here. Notice it's a loud sound here and over here. So about here, I'm just gonna cut that. And then right before this clap, I'm also gonna cut that. And we're just going to erase all of that. So it's gonna look like this for now before I clean it up. So first clap, then second clap. But you'll already notice that the appearance of the hood key sort of came out nicely. It just popped out of nowhere because I was keeping a consistent position. Now to really sell it so that it's happening in the middle of the clap, we're going to fine tune that point, that cutting point. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna find the frame that I like for where I want to start. And I think I'd want my hands here. So this is where I'm gonna cut again. And then on the other side, and I'll look for that similar frame, which is this one, cut that. So delete this, I'll delete that, and now it should look like this. Much better, right? So that is pretty much the technique involved. You need to jump cut by erasing everything in the middle, keep your position and the camera consistently in the same frame, in the same position, and then have someone help you out in getting the weapons in and out or the costume in and out. Because if you move from your spot, it's a lot harder to get things consistently. It's doable, but it's harder. So let's go on with the rest of the video. So the next transition is making the sticks appear. So I'm going to make the motion of making the sticks appear. And then again, Tenel is going to come in and give me those sticks. So one over here, one over there. And then I'm going to make the motion again over here. There. So I make the motion again and then continue with my performance. So now let's erase everything between that. So motion, I'm going to pause there, cut that. Let's go to when I made before the motion here. Okay, I'm going to cut that, erase all of that. So now we have this. And then now we're gonna fine tune that. So I'm gonna want to maybe go through each frame. Maybe here, since it's blurry, it's a lot easier to get that. And then here, I think this would be a nice point to cut to. So it takes a little bit of experimentation also to get this right, just to note. And then let's take a look at how that looks. Okay, not bad. So we have that. The next transition is changing those to swords. So from there, I'm gonna cut this. Then I was gonna come in and replace them with swords. And then I'm gonna make the movement again. So right before that, I'm gonna cut again, erase all of that, and then fine tune. So I'm thinking at this position, I'd wanna cut, look for a similar position here. I think this would be nice. Let's take a look at how that looks like. Not bad. I'm actually happy with that. So let's take a look at what we have so far, right? So we have this transition, we have this transition, and we have this transition. So from there, I'm gonna ritual. Then the swords are gonna disappear as I'm breathing. Note what I'm doing here to just really sell the effect. I am going to hold my breath before I exhale. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. I'm holding my breath here. Tinel's gonna run, take the swords from me. I'm keeping my position. And then I exhale. That's just really to sell the effect so that the disappearing happens in the middle of movement. So I'm gonna go here. As I hold my breath, I'm gonna cut. Before I exhale, I'm gonna cut again. And this should look fine. There you go. And the last transition is snapping and disappearing. What I did here was, from this position, I'm already going to, when I'm about to snap, I'm already gonna cut. And then what I'm gonna do is go over here, cut this, take the audio of the snap, and paste that audio to a portion of the video that doesn't have me in it. So I'm gonna move the audio here, mute that part, delete this. It looks like the sound is still there, so it gives like an interesting effect, but I'm not there anymore. And so the snapping sound happens while I'm not there. It's just really to sell the effect. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the first wave of editing. So now you know how to do the transitions. Now to really sell the effect, what we're going to do is add an adjustment layer to the whole clip. So jump cutting with a stable camera positioning is kind of like a common camera trick that most people already know how to do if they're editing videos. What we're gonna do to sell the effect is we're gonna put an effect on this, an effect called handheld. And basically, we're gonna drag this here. We can adjust the shakiness, but basically this is gonna make the video shake a little bit as though someone was holding the camera. And that just really adds to selling this effect, because if someone were holding the camera, it would be a lot harder to pull this off. And from there, you can just add music, add some coloring, maybe add some digital camera movements to enhance it using keyframes, which I'll discuss in another video. But that is pretty much it. That's how I do that kind of effect. So again, keep the camera stable, keep your position stable, have someone assist you to bring weapons in and out, then just edit it by erasing those moments in between, fine-tune the cut, that way it becomes seamless, and that is pretty much it. So I hope you guys have found this useful. If you're gonna try this out, please feel free to tag me so I can see how you did it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.